Hey friends, welcome on back to the Dave Yourself channel. My name is Dave. This is my channel. I appreciate you coming on back. Thank you so much. In this particular video, I am going to be spitting some facts for you. Hopefully some of what I'll be talking about today will inspire some of you out there. So to kind of cut to the chase a little bit in this header, over the past year and a half or so, a little bit more, I guess, I have been dealing with something health related, and I think that this may also apply to some of you. So in this particular video, I thought I would talk about what that exactly is that I've been dealing with. Well, it's simply getting fat. I have been getting fat, so I've got more weight here. I've got it in places I prefer not to have it. So in this particular video, hopefully I'll inspire some of you, because I'm going to start a new exercise program. I'm going to get back to using the resistance bands, and also I'm going to add some walking to my exercise routine. And then when my knees can acclimate to that, I might start jogging or running. We'll see about that. But I'm going to start doing some walking, so I'll put on the good headphones, listen to some great tunes and all that. The one thing about walking, though, and what was it they said about that? Oh, that's right. It sucks. It is boring, even if you've got some great tunes in. So what I thought I would do is I would add something to it that I do like doing a lot, and then hopefully when I'm gaining the enjoyment of that, hopefully will supersede or somewhat numb the pain of the whole walking procedure, and then we'll eventually enjoy the benefits of all of that walking, as well as having all of this fun at the exact same time. So in this particular video, I'm going to show you exactly what that is I'm going to be doing, and hopefully it will inspire some of you out there to maybe improve your health a little bit if you think you need to. This particular video will involve this particular bucket right here. So if you want to see exactly what's coming up next and what I'm going to talk about, and if it actually inspires you, well, you know what I recommend you do. That's right. You stick around. Alright friends, welcome on back. I'm glad to see that you're interested to see exactly what's going on here in this particular video. So go ahead and cut to the chase. Like I mentioned, this particular project is, or at least the announcement of this project, is going to involve this bucket. So got a nice little plastic bucket that I may have procured from a hotel back in the day, perhaps. But what I'm going to use this bucket for is, what we got here? We got ourselves some Dave It Yourself decals, and the elusive hologram ones. Ooh, these can belong to some of you out there. If you're interested, just let me know. But what I want to do with this bucket is this right here. Stick with me. The next thing is, I thought I would add some fun into my walking routine. Well, what exactly is it that I'm planning to do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So come on in a little closer and let me show you. That's better. All right, so what am I going to add to my walking routine? Well, it's simply this. That's right, friends. It's a Traxxas Rustler, one of my favorite RC cars. Enjoy the Armacenta a ton and the Typhon. Absolutely fantastic, but as far as just get it up and going, the newest version of the Rustler with the AVC and all that is by far my favorite vehicle, and it will put up a contest and a race, so I do enjoy that. Not that I'm going to be racing it specifically, obviously, it's because at least until I start running, but in the walking part, won't need to necessarily race it. But as you can see, I have my Insta360 Go 2 mount on there, so I'll be putting that on there. As a matter of fact, I think I have that in my pocket. I do. All right, so the Insta360 Go 2 will pop right up in there. What you're going to be looking at? Well, what's that white foam block, Dave? It's a Dave It Yourself original, of course. Some of that Aero Scout foam block, and then just cut it into an angle, paper taped it, glued it, put a piece of paper tape on the Rustler, put a smear of glue on it to give it a rubbery surface, glued it on, bada bing, at an angle, because what it's going to be holding is a Bazam, the Dynamite GPS tracker. So a little Velcro shoe on the bottom, but bam, right there, the camera can see it. The camera will be able to see the wheels and everything else going on, and any sort of fun and excitement at play. So even when I'm speeding up the video, you'll be able to see what the mileage is and things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself a walking path, see how long that is, and then from there adjust accordingly. and see what sort of time we can get it done in, since this dynamite tracker that I got from Horizon Hobby. Actually, I got this from the model box at the Bigfoot event, I think, if I'm not mistaken, last time. But nonetheless, I got it for a good deal there, and it keeps all of your tracks everything for you and all that. So we're going to do that, so you'll get to see it on camera as well, and then I'll probably wear the hat cam and things of that nature, so they get some decent vocals and all. And then, of course, as always, I'm going to do something to add some sort of way to hold a phone to a controller. So have a phone mount right there on the controller end right there, nowhere near the trigger or anything like that. So that'll be a nice little addition too. So other than getting these things super sweaty when I'm walking, and this thing, get some miles in on it, I think this ought to be a pretty good idea. Now, one thing that I do need to do, because most of this will be sidewalk walking or street walking, not that kind of street walking. You know what I'm talking about. Nonetheless, I'm going to need to change out these tires, because these are some of my favorite tires. These are the original ones. Actually, the original ones I think were green, but these are the actual ones that go with the Rustler. So I'm going to need to put on some street tires, and I think somewhere back there I have a box that says RC Street Tires on it. So I'm going to go grab that box and break it open and see if we can find some wheels that will actually accommodate this vehicle, as well as give you some decent performance and stuff on the street. So if you want to see what's in that box, because we're going to all see it together for the first time since I packed it over 2 years ago, stick around. All right, friends, welcome on back. I've got the box here in front of me, a David Nicholson wine box, so there we go for that. It does say RC Street Tires on it, so we'll go ahead and see if that is the case. All right. And if I've got a box like this big of RC Street Tires, that means I probably have a box this big somewhere of at least RC non-street tires, dirt tires. All right. So that'll be interesting. All right. Let me just put it here, make it a little easier. See what we got going on. All right. So we start off with some foams. Looks like those came off of, not sure. All right. Here's some nice street tire combos for some 17 millimeter conversion, which probably be a little more than I'd be willing to do on something like that. I got some 17 millimeter dirt. All right, now we might be getting somewhere. Here we go. That's a good looking tire. Do we have 4 of them? We do. That's kind of a nice looking tire. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit on that, maybe. See if that helps out. See, they got kind of that black chrome kind of look to them. That's pretty cool. So that's a definite option. Got a pretty decent tread on there in case I'm doing any rain walking. All right. What else do we have? Got some more 17s. Here we go. We got some Duratrax Bandit STs here. And these are Traxxas tires, and these are their Anacondas. These are the Traxxas Anacondas, and these are the Duratrax Bandito STs. Those have a pretty cool tread on them too. That looks more like a regular. Looks like the tires are probably on my van. See if we have 4 of those bad boys. It does indeed look like we do. All right, tread looking good on all those as well. Have a nice little billet rim around the edge like that. I think we'll probably end up going with those, and then use these as my backup maybe. Or maybe start with these. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll start with these since these are the Traxxas tires, and that'll be the smoothest transition right off the bat. And then we'll move to the Banditos when we need it. And then if necessary, we'll upgrade to the others. And then I have some others here that I had painted with some of that color shift paint. So I got a full set of these, and these are foam jobs for speed. So full set of those as well. All right, so I got 3 sets of 17s, 3 sets of 12s, and I got a bunch of these little jobs in here for some of the Will toys or the WL toys. Got some foam jobs for those as well. All right. Well, there we go, folks. That's what's inside that box. And that was the good box to have handy. That's going to come in. That's going to come in super handy with this project. All right, let's shove most of this back inside there. All right. Now, get the old banditos down. All right, friends. So the next part is to go ahead and get these bad boys put on. So there we go. So yeah, time to go ahead and put these bad boys on. So the best way to do that is, of course, with the little tool, but also to make it easier on you, the best way to do that is to, well, like this. All right, friends, there we go. Looking fantastic. This thing is looking sweet. Fun thing is now is I haven't actually put street tires on this bad boy yet, and I know this thing goes boatload fast when it's in the grass, so it'll be super interesting to see exactly how fast it'll go on the asphalt, especially with the ABC, the active vehicle control, or whatever that is. I think that's it. But nonetheless, it'll be fun to see how all that works out, and it'll be really fun to be able to capture it all with the Insta360 Go 2 instead of a bing. Bam. Now let me go ahead and show you something. The cool thing about the Insta360 Go 2, of course, it does have its own app. So if you open the app, which is the Insta360 Go app, with the little yellow circle, and I'll go ahead and power this bad boy on so you can see that you will be able to see the screen there. There we go. And then hit the camera button. Should take me right to it. It's starting to connect. There we go. And I hear the camera buzzing, so that means it is connecting. And in just a second, it should give us a live screen. So we'll see about that here. Connecting to Bluetooth, connecting to Wi-Fi. Okay, we are connected. And then go ahead and hit the camera button again. And bada bing bing, there we go. I don't know if you can see that. But, oops, here's the speedometer here. You can see my finger maybe in the screen, and it will be able to catch all that information, so that'll be fun stuff. So stick around for all that. We're going to go ahead and get that underway here. Probably start, well, for you, I'm going to start, well, right now. All right, friends, welcome back. I got my walking shoes on, and I have the Rustler all ready to roll here. We are on 0 miles at this point. I'm going to go ahead and swap it on over to the speed mode. And start recording. There's a speed mode. All right, so we should be good to go there. And do believe I have the camera recording there? I do indeed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a little walk this path we're going to walk and see how we can do with these street tires. We're going to normally start off in my little back area here where I park. So here we go. I'll speed this up for you as we get it rolled on when it's not. Ooh. Got ourselves a little water back here. All right.
actual speed. There we go. Wait. To the right. Hello. Oh. Ah, crap. Looks like my glue joint ripped off there. Alright. I'll have to take it easy now. So I don't lose that thing. Hot glue's on there, so at least it should be about as sticky as bubble gum, so that's something. Gosh, fellas, my RC car crash wasn't that bad, but thanks for responding. They must have thought I was actually flying something. Now we'll cross the street here. Some people walk dogs, some people walk RC cars. All right. Now, if it's open, which it should be, there'll be a bridge over here that goes to the woods. That would be pretty sweet. Uh-oh. Come on, buddy. All right, to the right. All right. It's right around this bend a bit. Should be access to a path to the woods, which has been modernized for the city of Beaufort. Yep, that's it, buddy. Had a pretty good rain last night. Never actually walked down here during a good rain afterwards, so should be fine, but Ah. Yeah, I said I should have taken it easy on that GPS. All right. No speed ups, I guess. Yeah, at least it didn't land sticky side down. All right. Ooh. Hey. Again, it's not, oops, not perfect, but that glue will keep it sticky. And it doesn't look like this is recording anymore. But, alright. Well, first things first. Looks like the camera didn't quite make it the full time. So let me go ahead and plug that back in for a bit. And let it recharge and cool. And we'll just keep the camera on. Oh, got a stick. Alright, so mental note, but this bridge is pretty slippery. Watch this. Try that again. Oh, damn. That poor GPS tracker. Alright, I'll tell you what. Since the camera's in my pocket, I'll put the GPS in my pocket. And it's still going to pick up the same measurement, right? Let's have some more fun on this bridge. Hold it. All right, one more time. All right, so I had some fun video with that. Check my Instagram for that. All right, back to this. Yeah, asphalt's okay. Little wet, little slippery, but nothing like that bridge. Okay, back to it. Here's why this is pretty cool. Back when I was a kid, I used to hunt for crawdads down there. One of my buddies, Glenn. So Glenn Gibbs, if you're out there, buddy, shout out. All right. Slippery bridge fun. Oh, damn. Nice. Slippery bridge fun. Handle that one pretty good. Steering's a little off to the right now. Shocker. Before we got trim. Oh, cool. Bridge around the corner. Oh, damn. Get around that corner. Oh, nice. All right. All right. Fine. There's my steering to the right again now. Be all out of trim by the time this is said and done. There we go. Well, he'll still flip it. So clearly this tire has some great grip on the asphalt, or on the concrete. All right. All right, so we're coming to the end of this path through the woods. And looks like I got some stuff on the wheel there. Just a little bit. But taking a road car into the grass, I tend to do that. All right. So now from here, we'll take this hill right here, right in front of this church, which isn't a very steep hill, not very long, but what comes after it is not awesome. Which is why I think this walking path would probably be the one to go with. All right. All right, now up this little hill. Here's the big part. It's this hill that just keeps on going. All right, now back around my street here. Screw it, I already got to clean it, right? Except for these are not water tires, so I can't let it sit in there. They're paddle tires that go right across it. Alright, friends. Let's take a look and see what we got. Find the old Julie Majah. I didn't really time myself because I didn't want to worry about that so much. Alright, so mode 37 mile an hour top speed at one point. Is that distance there or is that altitude? I can't really tell, I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, there's that reading. I'll detail it on the screen after I see it later. 1131, whatever that is. I'll put that on the screen here as well. And then 1184, whatever that says. I think that's probably peak altitude. But of course I'm already above sea level, so it starts off a little high, 2272, whatever that is. And whatever that is. All right. I don't know if that says 84 minutes or what that says. Anyway, there we go, folks. There's that. Let's take a look at my steps on my watch. Let's get an idea about that. Okay, so I'm at 4,063, it says, so far for the day. So that's probably about 4,000 just in that walk around there, or a little less maybe. So there we go, folks. I think that was right at about 30 minutes or so, but we'll get some more detail on that next time. Just wanted to run this, see what that path is going to look like, as well as to see what, if anything, went wrong. There are a few little things that went unaccording to plan, but had some other things like the slippery bridges that were super fun. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for part 2 as I continue with this, making it more efficient and continuing to lose weight. Nice.
All right, friends, now we're back after that first walk and test of the Rustler with the tires on it and all that out there. The walk itself, the actual path I'm taking there and going through the woods and all that, I think that'll be perfect. That hill at the very first hill you get to right after you get out of the woods, that's a pretty good one. But then you got the downhill, which goes up to the pretty long, constant uphill, which is probably about a 30-degree angle. It looked like maybe 25, something like that. But nonetheless, from my fatness, that's plenty. So anyway, I think that particular path will be good. You'll see in the end here the actual path that the GPS picked up, so you'll see exactly what we did there. Some of that's on the car, the rest of it was in my pocket. Going forward, I'm just going to put the tracker in my pocket to count what I'm doing, not necessarily the vehicle. Now, speaking of the vehicle, the Rustler did a great job, of course. The cameras did a pretty decent job, other than the fact that the go-to after about 15 minutes is what all I had it set to. It turned off, and of course it was pretty warm, so it took a while to cool off, and then by the time it was cooling off, I was almost done with the walk. So I didn't really do a whole heck of a lot more of that. That's why you get to see most of the rest of that footage on the actual just phone I was running with. But nonetheless, the car itself did pretty good. One of the major problems that I had with the car itself was the fact that it doesn't really have a walking speed. The Rustler, you can trigger it on a little bit, and I was doing it to a point where I was kind of just having my fingers hold it and then just kind of pulling my finger in a little bit, just kind of squeezing the trigger a little, just a little something like that, just to try to get it to. But even that, it was jerky, and then it just wants to go. The Rustler just wants to go. It does not want to crawl. So this is probably not the perfect vehicle for using for this particular exercise, RC exercise I'm trying to do. But I do have a great idea. Since I'm walking, I think instead of racing, we should do something else. So what is that something else? Well, I think I'm going to show you right here. There you go. That's right. If I'm going to be doing some walking, it's probably not a bad idea that I do some crawling. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that the Traxxas controller does not have that the Arma one does, and let me grab that. Here's the transmitter for the Arma here, and then here's the one for the Traxxas. And I'm going to take that phone holder off and put it on here. But one of the things that this does have is it does have the throttle management, so you can turn it up so that it will automatically roll without even having to use the trigger both forward and rear. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to go ahead and figure out what my walking cadence is, and then from there basically just put the car in that kind of forward movement by using the throttle control there knob without actually having to squeeze the trigger, and I think that'll be a whole heck of a lot better. Now, I probably won't do that for every single walk that I go on because I'll be going on a ton of walks, but nonetheless I will be doing that on quite a few of those, and at least on the next video that you see I'll be testing out this and see how that goes as well. So I'm definitely going to be excited about doing that, and doing that as well. I may be able to put a camera inside and do some interior cockpit stuff and some conversations between the two guys that are in there. So we'll see about that, but nonetheless, that was one of the things I was thinking about. Now, just like with the Traxxas, it has some pretty knobby tires, and of course, this being a crawler, it has some pretty knobby tires on it too. I don't necessarily want to put the knobby tires out there on the asphalt and the pavement and such like that, and I'm not going to really be doing much of any crawling. So I was thinking about whether or not I should go ahead and put some smooths on this one or some street tires on this thing. So yeah, let's take a look and see what it looks like with street tires. Slicks, pretty nice. Now let's take a look at the treads. Or do we like them with these on? Now let's try it again. Or, nah, I like the street tires. Nah, I like these better. These things are pretty sweet. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I went ahead and went with the Duratrax Bandito ST2s on here, only because it has this billet outer rim, and the other ones are on the Traxxas, to be honest. These were available, but I like the fact that the billet around the rim here kind of matches with the whole pockets inside the fairing here that mounts to the body, so that kind of gives it that neat little look. The tires obviously are not as tall, but they are quite a bit wider, so we'll still get the same amount of grip, but I'm not going to be doing any crawling anyway, so that doesn't really matter now, does it? But let's go ahead and do the test. Let's take a look and see what it looks like off the box. Here goes the slow motion portion. That's right. This is a thick old truck, let me tell you. I do love this Gen 8. I love my Gen 7 just as much, but this Gen 8 is pretty dang sweet, and it's easier to get to, so we're going to use this one. I do notice we have quite a bit more room underneath here in the wheel well, so that's going to be pretty fantastic. Should be able to accommodate at least an Insta360 Go 1 under there, maybe be able to squeeze a Go 2 under there. I do have a new one of those I need to do an unboxing of, so that might be coming out here soon. But I do have a couple of pilots in here and a camera mount area inside there as well, so I'm sure I'll probably put a camera in there. Maybe record some commentary between the two pilots as we do this little walk. But I think that this is going to work a lot better because I can adjust the volume, the speed volume. Like I said, I can adjust that with the controller itself so that it will crawl on its own without having to use the trigger. All I'll have to do is use my thumb to steer it, hold the water bottle in the other hand. I think we'll be in good shape. Like I said, I probably will go ahead and take this mount off of here, which is basically just paper tape and hot glue and, of course, some black electrical tape to kind of just cover it up and hold it on. I'll probably do something similar here, but probably we'll use zip ties to hold it down and then paper tape and hot glue cover it up. But nonetheless, we'll probably put a camera mount, take it off here, put it on here. If I do a video specific for that, maybe I'll just put that on as well. But this is the next video to be looking for coming up next with this particular truck, and we're going to try this walking thing again. And then after that, probably won't necessarily do the truck every time I walk, and just because I need to get the walk in, not necessarily do the fun. But maybe once a week I'll squeeze it in and put some of that footage in as well. But then I'll have one big video toward the end, which will be my third video after we put the one out with this one, which will hopefully be several weeks later. Mass improvement, yay hurrahs all the way around. That's the plan. We'll see exactly how that works out. If you want to see exactly if that does work out and you're not subscribed, well, you need to subscribe so that you can be notified about that. Make sure that you hit that bell and take a look at that bell. Make sure it's the bell that's got the little things on the side so you get all notifications. Unless you don't want all notifications, then don't do that. But I'd appreciate it if you did. I've got interesting stuff coming out. I've got another unboxing video of the Insta360 Go 2 coming out soon. I've got my other one that I've used for over a year now, so I'm going to do the how's it doing after a year. I have a brand new one that I need to take out of a box, so I'll show you exactly what comes in a box. So if you do happen to get yourself one, which I do highly recommend, but that video is coming up soon, and this video is coming up soon, and I hope that you enjoyed this video while you were here. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and a like. But until next time, I am Dave. On behalf of the Traxxas Rustler and now the Red Cat Gen 8, can't wait to see you next time. But for now, we are out of here. And you know what comes next? That's right. Nah.